Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the video. Today, we'll be discussing if Looksmaxxing lead you down the right pipeline. Now, you're probably thinking, how does that have any correlation at all? Well, before we get into that, I have one question for you guys. Could you please leave a like or sign, subscribe on this video? I would really appreciate it. Now, let's get into this. Now, if you're not tapped into Looksmaxxing, you have no idea what it is, you just clicked on this video because like the thumbnail was interesting or something. Now, Looksmaxxing is an internet slang term that refers to the practice of using various techniques from simple hygiene and skincare to more extreme physical practices and like exercising, getting a surgery and shit. It's a lot of different stuff, and everybody's just aiming to increase like how they look from going like to a from a 5 out of 10 to like a 10 out of 10 or something like that. And like, yeah, that's what Looksmaxxing really is. If you guys remember like the what's it called, the mog trend where like people would shush and point at their jawline, that's come from Looksmaxxing. It's become very popular and very mainstream nowadays. And the crazy thing is, I'm pretty sure it originates from 4chan of all places. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. But how does wanting to maximize your looks lead you down the right pipeline? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, cue the Vsauce music. Now, after extensive researching, I found absolutely zero proof of this having any connection at all. Because I'm a lazy bum and I couldn't be asked to look around for more than 5 minutes. But I can tell you from my own experience, I have been active in both of these communities, the right community on TikTok and the Looksmaxxing community on TikTok. And I can tell you this much. Everyone in the right wing community, they love Looksmaxxing. Everybody there is talking about how they can ascend, how they can look better, how they can improve their looks, and like they call people sub 5 and stuff. They bully like other races, for how they look and say, oh, those people, they don't have a good jawline. Oh, these people, like their eyebrows are too big. It's a lot about looks in those communities, like both of them. And another correlation I think is kind of funny is, Cookie King. A lot of his viewers, they always talk about right wing like terms and buzzwords in his comments all the time. And yeah, Cookie King, he's like also connected to the Looksmaxxing community because he's friends with a lot of the people that are active in those communities, like K Shami and Clavicular or whatever he's called. And also Clavicular, he's also been like very kind of active like in the right wing community. I can't remember correctly, but a lot of people there really love him, and a lot of people in the right wing community also love Cookie King, of course. And there's a lot of discussions about Cookie King, a lot of edits about him, and like everyone there just loves Looksmaxxing. But if you're just a normal kid and you're watching Looksmaxxing videos, will this lead you down to the right pipeline? Well, I kind of think it does because when Looksmaxxing became like trendy in like 2022, yeah, and it started with the Mager, the Sigma edits, and oh my days, it's so fucking oh my cheesy as fuck. I did not get any kind of right wing TikToks at all on my feed. I started like scrolling, started liking those videos, and somehow more and more like right leading TikToks just like came out, like connected to the what's it called, to the Looksmaxxing community and to Looksmaxxing videos, and some videos were talking about like races, how they looked instead of like what's it called, just like how everyone looks. But I'm not really sure if there's an actual correlation between those two. Now, I actually know a guy that's very active in the right wing community. Like he makes edits, he makes all of those videos with like George Droid and oh my, and of course he looks exactly like one of those Looksmaxxers, shins tucked in, strong jawline, and like lips always pouting. I don't really know. In my humble opinion, I'll tell you this. I think the Looksmaxxers, they look very feminine. I know they try to look like, oh, I'm a big man, true Adam. Most of those guys look homosexual. No offense, but they look like women. They look very feminine. I'm not really fucking with it. I don't get me wrong here. No offense, okay? But if you want to look like a big man that's gonna get all the girls, why are you trying to look like a woman yourself? Ain't that a little weird? That was just a little rant from me. But what could these consequences have on people? Like Looksmaxxing and the right wing, because a lot of people they care about how they look. A lot of young people they really care about this how people look at them, how their face looks, and like could this lead you down to like the right wing ideologies becoming much larger in like younger groups of people? Now, in a lot of countries around the world, like the right wing parties, they are growing, and the right is taking more and more ground, like everywhere, especially here in Europe, like in Sweden and Germany. But does this have any kind of connection to Looksmaxxing? In my humble opinion, I think it does. But I don't have like any actual proof, so you can't really take my word for it because I'm too lazy to actually research this. There's probably a lot more better videos out there that actually research this, but I just don't have the time to do this. Now, if you enjoyed the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, if you subscribe, leave a comment. What are your opinion? What are your opinion on Looksmax? Do you think it like leads you down the right pipeline, or do you just think it's a trend that among young men just wanted to improve their looks? Now, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I know I've already said this now like twice, but I don't really know. Thanks for watching, I guess.